3, 2. Here's Brian and Lance. We're live for SpunkLube.com studios, aka 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is an STSPod.club production. This is WTF July 2023. And this guy right over here, I'm BT, but this guy right over here, he's free. Yes, he's free falling. Yes, free falling. He is from Chicago, the home of the best wiener in the world. And I want to tell you, I had a wiener when I was in Chicago, and it was the best wiener in the world.
Yep.
He is my partner in crime, your friend and mine sometimes, Lance Levine. And together, Lance, we are the tastiest treats in podcasting.
I thought it was snacks, tastiest snacks.
Oh, see, I always get it confused. Snack, I tell you, it's the same damn thing. So
you aren't going to believe where we're at today. We're in the Friskizzle freeze-dried Skittles studios.
Not for Skizzle. For
Skizzle, my dizzle. So they're freeze-dried Skittles. I can't wait to bust these open. So we are in that studio, but I have breaking news that I have to ask you about. So I have
okay, all right.
I have heard a rumor. There's a rumor going around. It's on the internet, so I have to consult with you that Pornhub has been banned in Arkansas. Is this true? Do you know anything about this?
It hasn't been banned. What you have to do?
Pornhub is out. No, you're out. You're done.
If you go to it right now and you haven't used your ID, you have to actually ship them your ID to be. Wait, well, I don't really know exactly. One of my friends was telling me exactly what you've
heard.
But you can't get to it right now. By the way, just for your information, do you know what the most searched porn thing is in Arkansas?
The Blackpool Combat Club.
It's black. You're right. You were 100% right.
That's right. Because I always call them the BBC instead of the BCC as an insider. It's an insider joke, both in wrestling and porn. So it's an insider.
There you go, guys. If you want to see your state, go ahead, just do a search.
Pretty much.
Real quick, let's do the business. Today, Friday, we're doing this at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow at 1 p.m., you get Rolling Into Memphis. It's a 3-day weekend. And then Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m., you'll get Shooting Star with Dustin Starr talking about Memphis Wrestling is going back to WMC Channel 5, their old home. I'm real excited about that. Fun episode with Dustin Starr. Our number of plays are up, and this sounds like I'm making up shit, 976% from last year. Doing fantastic. This is our best year ever. I want to mention the top 3, but I also want to mention best of the best. I group him in there with all the Memphis episodes because they usually get the best downloads. But best of the best was the top Memphis episode, and I don't know if it was because Ricky Starks and Jericho. We watched that match and gave the full Psychology 101 on it. Austin Lane and I. That's episode 735 if you want to watch along with it. Episode number 3 for the month was 738, Breakout Stars. Number 2, What the Fuck, News Desk. Number 33, 733. And number 1 was 731, which was the Great American Bloopers. Everybody loves that. So
I'm never on that show. I don't know why I'm never on there.
Right. You was all over that, so make sure you go over there and listen to that.
Never.
Lance had all kinds of segments this year. All right, come on, talk to me. What are we doing?
We are at the WTF News Desk Studios for the month of July 2023. And we don't just cover wrestling news because anybody can do that. We have the oddball stories, the weird, the wild, the wonderful, the bizarre stories involving the worlds of professional wrestling, MMA, and we even have a skosh of boxing in this one too. We brought in boxing. It's a slight little bit of a boxing story. So we always start with the stipulation match at number 10. You know that, Brian, right?
Oh, yeah. This is my favorite.
So the stip match comes to us from DDT. Shocking. But DDT Their biggest show of the year, the Peter Pan show, which, some of these things don't translate, as we've said many times, but Peter Pan is their biggest show of the year. It was July 23rd in Ryogoku Kokugigan, something like that. Gugu Gaga, whatever. So 3,465 fans. It was a sellout. It was a panda mascot match. It was the team of Cheetan and Pokotan beating Andreza Giant Panda and Super Sasadango Machine. And they are also known as the team known as Food Chain. Their food chain. So it was the panda mascots fighting each other. So at one point, the lights go out. Andreza eats his partner. So Sasadango is eaten whole by Andreza the panda, and only his head is left in the ring. So when the lights come on, Sasadango's head is in the ring. Not Fandango, not Fandango, whatever. It's Sasadango.
Dirty Dango now.
Dirty Dango.
Dirty Dango.
So Andreza is then fueled by eating his partner, and he goes on a headbutt rampage. But then Cheetan on the other team, Cheetan pulls out a sword and stabs Andreza. Unbelievable. The lights go out again, and now Sasadango is back, covered in vomit from Andreza's stomach. So this is just bizarre. So Cheetan and Pokotan then do the Chi-Poko trigger, and they pin Sasadango. And then later after the match, Sasadango says that he could live in Andreza's stomach because it was very comfortable in there. So that is our main stipulation match for July. Also, I do need to mention that there was another one. Ganbare Joshi had a show on July 16th at the KFC Hall. We've talked about that before. I would like to just move into the KFC Hall because that just seems like a place I'd like to be. So in this match, it was Sumari Natsu beating Riara. So these are two females with a shining wizard. So these two girls are nightlife hostesses. Got to fix my chair. Nightlife hostesses, which I'm not sure what that means. It sounds to me like they're like the den mother at a strip joint or something. But what was interesting to me was that champagne and a whip was used.
Kind of girl right there.
Champagne and a whip was used in the match. So this sounds like another Saturday night at the Trammell household. So
you said den mother. That's what really got me excited. Yeah,
den mother at a strip joint. So champagne and a whip were used. Sounds like another Saturday at your house. Natsu wins, but afterwards Riara says she wants to tag with her. So we will keep you updated on this developing story of these two nightlife hostesses form a tag team in Japan. So that's our stip matches for July.
As we say, that does not translate a lot, especially the Peter Pan thing. I love the Andre the Giant shout out on the panda. So go ahead. And number 9, as you're giving the number 9 story, I'm going to go ahead and share this picture.
I figured you'd have a picture. So we have
gentleman
Haku's behemoth grandson. So
Look
there
at
he
this
is.
Kid. Good God.
So, pictures surface in July of WWE legend Haku with this kid who is 11 years old. And if you're looking at the audio here or the video here, you can see this kid is larger than Haku at this point. So he's bigger than Haku. Is the kid adopted? Because everybody knows, it's very commonly known that Haku has three sons that I'm aware of, Tama Tonga, Hikuleo, and Tangaloa, who all look very similar, but they're all adopted. So I'm like,
I don't know. It would be one of their kids. I don't know whose kid it is.
There's no way. This kid is way too big and or old to be one of those guys' kids, I don't think. Unless
I don't know.
No, I had him when he was like 14 years old or something.
That's possible. Yeah.
So anyway, this kid is enormous. I think what you would say when we were kids, you would say this kid was husky. If you went to school with this kid at 11 years old, you'd say he was husky. He's a big old country boy. So anyway, people are mean. I know this is breaking news. People are mean. There are tweets about this kid. I pulled some of the best tweets about this kid. The first one was he'd eat the bloodline. The next one was that's frightening and awesome all at the same time. Next one is Trip H is going to sign him to a futures deal. So that must have been an insider because he called him Trip H.
Yeah, he is it. Yeah.
I bet the kid is on the school chess team. I don't know why I found that one. That one is the funniest one. And then finally, I think it's best for all of our safety if we acknowledge this kid right now.
There you go. My favorite thing is the saying that we do when we see big overgrown children is, what the hell are they feeding him? So what the hell? I mean, come on.
Shops at the Husky department.
The height too. I mean, Haku's a big man.
He's a couple inches taller. In the picture, he's a couple inches taller than Haku. He's every bit as heavy as Haku at this point.
Oh yeah.
He might even be heavier.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
All right,
anyway,
we're gonna stop talking about the big kid, but he is
big old
huge.
boy.
He is husky. I don't know what they call him these days. So.
He is not related to Tamatonga. I'm sorry. So, all right, number 8, we have Logan Paul's caffeine crisis. So we have 2022 Rookie of the Year ELP, L. Logan Paul, as we like to call him. He's in hot water in July because his Prime energy drink is coming under fire for the caffeine content. So it turns out that this Prime drink, which is super hot, I hear everybody talking about this stuff, contains 200 milligrams per 12 ounces. So if you research that, that is equivalent to 6 cans of Coke or 2 Red Bulls. So I did the math in my head. So that means 1 Red Bull is equivalent to 3 cans of Coke. So I figured that one out on my own. But hey, they say it's vegan and it's sugar-free. So they have that going for them. So Prime has been banned in many places because it's, and of course, it's increasing the demand. When you ban a drink, it's going to, everybody wants it. And especially kids are going to want it. It becomes the cool thing for kids to have it. So Senate is calling for FDA investigations on this stuff. Logan Paul says that they are within legal limits and that it is Big Soft Drink is out to shut him down because they're jealous.
Big Soft Drink. Yep.
And he denies that the colorful bottles are targeted towards kids. So our friend of the show, Logan Paul, who we said was Rookie of the Year for 2022, not Hook, is in trouble in July for the caffeine crisis at number 8.
Man, see the drinks. It's got how many?
200 milligrams per 12 ounces.
See, that's really not. Per 12.
12 ounces. Yeah.
Now we do.
Like
I drink the Mountain Dew, the energy drink Mountain Dews. They have very little sugar carbs in them, and they have 180. So that's not much. And I looked up 180 just to make sure, and that's how much caffeine's in my big. I have a big cup that I always drink coffee in. It's 4 cups. 4 regular cups or almost 4 cups. So that's, it's still more, but man, I drink that much caffeine every morning. Hell, I know you do. So,
oh yeah. 2 cups of coffee a day. And I really don't drink a whole lot of soda. I'll have a Coke like maybe once a week. I don't really drink that much soda.
I drink, I drink diet. So I drink 2 glasses of Diet Dew with Mountain Lightning, and usually a big cup of coffee. Rich. And then, I drink a lot of.
How you stay rich drinking that Mountain Lightning and not Mountain Dew?
I drink a bunch of drink a bunch of sweet tea or unsweet tea. It's those packets. So the thing about it is, and I told you this, is that I like it better than I do actual Mountain Dew. So that's the reason I buy it. And it's not cheap anymore, everything else. So we're going to get on a grocery. Groceries are high. No, let's not do that. All right, go ahead. Number 7.
All right, number 7. We got Rick Steiner is back. No, wait, he's not back. Rick Steiner's not back. He's back. He's not back. So after his awful comments towards breakout star Giselle Shaw in March, where we presumed that he would be canceled. I mean, it seemed pretty obvious that he would be canceled. She is the breakout star. Shut up.
No, I booed Rick Steiner this time.
Oh, you're booing Rick Steiner. Him. Okay. Yeah. All right. So anyway, we assumed after all the fallout of his drunken, theatrics at Giselle Shaw that he would be canceled. So High Spots announces that Steiner is going to be appearing at a convention in Detroit in August. So, but within days, Michael Bocchicchio, and I think Bocchicchio was one of the characters in that DDT match. I'm not sure. But anyway, Michael Bocchicchio with High Spots reverses course and pulls Rick Steiner from the High Spots show. He doesn't want to offend the LGBTQIA plus community. Now, when did IA get added? I mean, I got no problems with anybody, but enough with the letters. We should just call it the plus community because eventually it's going to be 26 letters. And
I just like calling them A-gays. So there we go. A-gays.
LGBTQIA plus. I have honestly no idea what the I and the A are. But anyway, so originally Steiner was back because Bocchicchio said everybody deserves a second chance. He had apologized and that High Spots... This is my favorite part. High Spots had no code of conduct in place at the time. Like don't be a drunken asshole. That needs to be in writing so that Rick Steiner knows not to be a drunken asshole. So they had no code of conduct officially in place. So he was willing to give him a second chance. But the uproar breaks out and Steiner is back out again. So Bocchicchio takes responsibility for it, saying mistakes were made And sadly, he's saying that his wife had just died of cancer. And so he wasn't fully able to focus on this whole situation because he just lost his wife, apparently. So the gay wrestlers are pissed. Effie and other gay wrestlers are pissed. Giselle Shaw wants nothing to do with Rick Steiner, wants nothing to do with an apology from Rick Steiner. And High Spots gave him an opportunity. They said, you have 24 hours. Please issue a public apology. And he never did. So they said he's out. So that is it. Rick Steiner was back for one brief shining moment, and then he's back out again. So Rick Steiner is back canceled at number 7.
You know, the thing about it is I believe in the second chance thing, and he's an old guy that has no idea about what's going on in society now. He did try to apologize to everybody and was not able to. But when it came to doing this apology, as they asked him to do, he said, fuck y'all. So they pretty much said, fuck you. So, yeah, I mean, Rick Steiner's he's going to have a long time before he can get back and be seen in wrestling without being criticized. So, or being, to keep him off stuff, you're going to have to do it if you're going to get any support from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J.
The I's and the A's are pissed. That's what I'm hearing. The I's and the A's are pissed. The plus is a little bit, but I'm not sure. So, all right, at number 6, we have our crime blotter. We should have music for the crime blotter. I think
we have to come up with some.
Almost do it monthly, I think. So we should have music for the crime blotter. So this month we're featuring.
Hold on, here it is. Here's the crime blotter.
It's like a haunted house. Is that a murder
Go
mystery?
ahead.
You're into those murder shows. That's what that was. So for the crime blotter this month, we're featuring Teddy Hart, been a while, Buff Bagwell, Vince, and the Bang Bros. So Teddy Hart, our old friend Teddy Hart is back in the news. He's resurfaced as he's arrested July 14th in Titusville, Florida for speeding. So he hadn't wrestled in 3 years. I didn't realize Teddy Hart has not worked in 3 years.
They did that documentary, and then he was supposed to wrestle, and then they took him off that show, and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah.
I'm thinking for the last 3 years, he's been basically smoking weed and playing with cats. That's pretty much
sure.
it.
Yeah.
It's based on that documentary, and maybe killing girls. Who knows? He had just done Allegedly, yeah. He had just done a tag match with our other old friend, Chasen Rance.
Lord.
Hart subbed for Bella Snow in this match. Bella Snow was out due to COVID, and I did the research. Bella Snow is all of 17 years old and was supposed to be Chasen Rance's tag team partner. So she was out due to COVID. These guys never learn, I swear to God. But anyway, so Hart is driving after the match. He's pulled over. He's speeding. The cop smells weed. He finds medical marijuana in the car, but no prescriptions. He doesn't have any paperwork to prove that he had medical marijuana. Red pills were found. Red powder was found. Testosterone was found, and ecstasy was found. So Teddy Hart up to his old tricks.
And the funny thing is, you go through those drugs, and if he had a prescription for all of those drugs, you just keep going through. It's like, okay, it's legal. He's got a prescription. It's legal. And then ecstasy.
Yeah.
Not wait. Yeah, we're not supposed to have it. He said, yeah.
Allegedly.
Teddy Hart is just constantly in trouble.
Yeah.
Constantly.
So, all right, then we have July 13th. Buff Bagwell is arrested in Cobb County, Georgia.
Shit! Look at me! Look at me! Look! Well, guess what, motherfucker? We all are.
Our good buddy Buff Bagwell. We wish him the best, but go ahead with the story.
I love the fact that it happened in Cobb County, Georgia. I mean, I can't even get past that without cracking up about it.
Big Boss Man was there.
That's right. So he had gone the DDP route. He was trying to get his life together, and he was trying to rehabilitate himself, but he was allegedly speeding and under the influence of drugs. He claims he's been sober for 11 months and that these are old charges. So I'm like, did it happen? Did it not happen? I don't know. It's a very confusing story.
Yeah. Quite confusing. Just like Buff Bagwell.
When did it happen is the question.
Shit!
That's right, Buff. So, all right, on July 17th.
Thanks to P3 Radio for those sound drops. I appreciate that.
We have on July 17th, the feds infiltrate Vince McMahon's house and they execute a search warrant.
They leave him alone. His damn back. He just had surgery.
Let the man be. This is on the allegations of misconduct by Vince, when the women were claiming all the various charges that happened in WWE back in the day. So this is investigating that further. So when I heard about this, I can see Vince in a neck brace yelling, "I just had spinal surgery."
You sent me that text and I was dying. I was
Get
like,
out.
Yeah, that's him.
Get out. I just had spinal surgery. So, and then finally, we have former freelance tag champions Davey Bang and August Matthews, who are known as the tag team of the Bang Bros. They receive a cease and desist from the porn company after 3 years of using that name. So that name was being used because the one guy's wrestling name is Davey Bang. So they came up with the cute name of Bang Bros. And after 3 years of getting away with it, they finally get a cease and desist from the porn company saying they can't use it anymore. So what's interesting is, obviously they stopped. I happened to be at a freelance show the next day. This was announced on a Thursday. We had a freelance show on that Friday, and they came out dressed as like lawyers, basically. They came out dressed as lawyers as kind of a jab at the whole cease and desist thing. So I thought that was
that's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
So that is our crime blotter for the month of July.
Yeah, everybody knew about
Bang Bros decided to do something about it.
Yeah, surprise.
That they actually found out about it too.
Yeah, somebody turned them guys in, so they didn't like them because they flew under the radar too long for that. And I promise you, I've never watched any of the Bang Brothers stuff because
I've watched tons of Bang Bros. I'm at those shows once a month. Oh, the tag team. You're talking about the porn. Oh,
all right, guys. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to do halftime, and Lance is going to do the halftime. So give me just a few seconds.